knowing that your action will create harm to someone else and you're still doing it is a crime.
And we're all here to discuss one thing, and that is the potential addition of ecocide to the list of international crimes.
I come from a community in Nigeria where oil has been extracted for decades, and for several years it's been very evident that we are suffering ecocide. In the Niger Delta, there's currently ongoing an effort to clean up the spills in the Ogoni area, but from what we know, it will require many years to clean up and then a lifetime to restore. So it's a big loss for anybody when ecocide happens in that community.
Bangladesh, which is one of the frontline countries in climate change and the climate emergency. And what makes us particularly vulnerable, not only because of sea level rise, is the sheer number of people that live in Bangladesh.
West Papua has a rich natural resources. In fact, the biggest gold and second biggest copper mine is located in West Papua. The mining has been really devastating for the native people in West Papua. And then we have also palm oil exploitation. So deforestation is endangering the livelihood of the West Papuan people.
The biggest problem that we face in our country, the Maldives, is climate change. Because it's a small island country, it's flat, it's low-lying, and it's vulnerable to any effect that the climate change may bring.
Deforestation, coal mining, tribal displacements, damming of rivers, even to some extent using of poisonous pesticides for the farming community, which is then killing their soils and creating displacement. So yes, India does face various aspects of ecocide for sure.
And you may not expect the Netherlands to suffer from ecocide, but in fact when you look at our environment, various industries are acting, industries like Shell, the aviation industry. You could argue that ecocide is very well committed in the Netherlands.
Most environmental destruction is dealt with on a regulatory basis, or at most in civil courts. And the problem is that those courts don't really have teeth, right? They can't indict, they can't prosecute. And so businesses just pay the fine and then move on as normal.
Well, we have our national laws, but we need more than that. And that's part of the reason we look into being a member of International Criminal Court. And we are very supportive of the proposal to extend the jurisdiction of the International Court to include ecocide.
Ecocide will play an important role in adding to the tools that we have as a global community to ensure justice when it comes to climate change.
And the only measures, or the very few measures to counter it other than voluntary measures, there are certification schemes for timber or for palm oil or whatever, but there's very little in the way of hard law that can stop this kind of predatory approach.
Because so far, at least with the Rome Statute and the International Criminal Court, the definition of the crimes focus on protecting human beings, not on protecting nature. And ecocide would change that because it was focused the law on the protection of data.
I look at it from the perspective of my country, being now a member of the ICC. And if ecocide can be part of the jurisdiction of ICC, that will be a deterrence.
And we have to change our approach to tackle the climate change. Unless you criminalize the people who cause the climate change, you cannot have a lasting solution to the problem.
Well, a crime of ecocide could help to pressure governments that are not doing their job inside the national countries.
First, I think it's really important to have a crime of ecocide to make companies and investors aware of the criminality of their behavior.
But if we had a crime of ecocide, if that became a new crime within the statute of the ICC, then there'd be a lot more cases that we could bring. And I think that would send this enormously powerful message to the public, to the world community, that ecocide type crimes are condemned not just on the national level, but on the international level. And those crimes are so serious that they're going to sit alongside war crimes and crimes against humanity and genocide.
Right now everything is about exploiting nature, transforming nature, grabbing whatever needs to be grabbed, destroying whatever needs to be destroyed. This level of irresponsibility, this level of lack of accountability will stop once ecocide is recognized as a crime.
For example, no CEO of a business wants to be in the dock alongside a war criminal. And of course, as soon as a company boss goes into jail for ecocide, that will send the strongest message possible to other companies.
We need a crime of ecocide because deterrence, because prevention, and because to sanction for those of people that don't understand that we are living in a planet, in a common home, and we have no plan B for that.
We strongly believe that ecocide should be part of the Rome Statute, as environmental justice should be a fundamental pillar of the international criminal justice.
And it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time that the law of ecocide will be passed in the Statute of Rome.